Hey guys, it's Leah, Misfit Oracle here. We're just gonna jump in. We're gonna get some messages. I woke up this morning and I was told it's message time. It's message time. So guess what? Let's do the thing where we don't square peg it, round hole it. If it doesn't fit, it does not fit. Do not force it. These are generally just confirmation for you guys. Maybe some predictive, but don't force it if it's not yours. Okay. I do cuss, so if you don't like cussing, I might not be your reader. And that's okay, guys. Each to their own. You'll find your person, whatever. I appreciate you dropping in, but I may offend somebody, so you may want to mosey on out. Also, I do private readings. If you like the way that I read, there'll be a link in the description box to go to my website. You can book a reading that way. Also, email if you want to do something else other than what's on the website. We can, instead of a video call, we can do a phone call or an email. We can figure it out. I'll work switch you, okay? I'm trying to suit your needs and try to help out whoever I can in whatever way that I can, okay? We'll figure something out for the most part. All right. Okay, so I guess I do personal readings. I've prayed for protection. I've cleansed the energy. We got smoke rolling on us right now. I can barely breathe. All right. I was told to grab actually some index cards before I came and sat down, and I did. So, let's tap right in. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what Spirit wants y'all to know. So happy to be here, guys. I be missing y'all. All right. Spirit, Holy Spirit, Divine, what's the message today? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? You told me to grab these cards, so I did. What does the collective need to know? Of course. Most of the time, if you guys see me shuffling, it's messy as all get out, and now I'm just shuffling. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right, what we got? We got some peacock behavior. Somebody wants to be seen. You want to be seen. Somebody's trying to draw your attention in. I think it's somebody else. But they got restricted movement. All right, so somebody's trying to peacock, but they cannot move. They're being held back. Tell me more. Tell me more. What we got? Final breakup. Okay. Whew. Okay. So we're heading into some type of love reading. Tell me more. One more of these, and then we're going to grab some oracles and stuff. Tell me more. Tell me more. Is it in here? Is it in this deck? Here, let me grab this little other stack I got over here, see if something comes out. One more for the collective, please. One more for the collective out of here. All right. Can't play in your energy. You see through them. All right. So that smoke is killing me, yo. It's so much. Maybe I'm the problem. I'm joshing. Just joshing, y'all. All right. Peacock behavior. Restricted movement. Sorry, guys. I gotta move stuff around. Can't play in your energy and final breakup. All right. So let's grab what's the tea. Somebody wants to be seen. They're wanting to grab your attention. Their feathers are bright. Their plumage is bright. They're puffing out their chest. They're saying, looky, looky. But they really can't be doing too much. So like they're maybe they're trying to make a big fuss where they're at. They need you to look at them. Okay? They need you to look at them because they can't come towards you. And they also can't play in your energy because you see through them. So whoever this is, they know that they've got to come correct. Maybe that's why they're just trying to get your attention because, whatever. And the final breakup. So I don't know if this is you breaking up with somebody or somebody else. I feel like it's somebody else has to break up with somebody. Like, they can't play in your energy. They can't come tell, trying to sell you fucking a dream, a fantasy, a fairy tale. They can't come selling you a lie because you see them. You already know what the tea is. They know if they are going to come towards you, they got to come prim, proper, and correct. So it's the final countdown. They got to break up with somebody. I feel like this person likes to play. They like to play. They like to play with you. They like to play with others. They like a lot of attention. That peacock behavior. They be in that Nine of Wands energy. Look at me. Look at me and my big stick. Look at me and my big stick. And like, you ain't having it. Like, they know if they want you, they have to come proper. What we got? All right. We got hooked. So somebody's hooked on you. All right. Well, obviously, you are the collective, the divine misfit collective. Y'all might be some odd birds, but y'all is the rarest of the rare. Nobody can find nobody like you. You are amazing. You shine bright. And people may find you peculiar and strange. I don't think you are. But you are amazing, dazzling, diamonds. You are definitely unique. You're an enigma, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing you're an enigma. All right, we got photo proof, giving evidence. So somebody has evidence that somebody's hooked on you, or there's evidence of something else. We'll find out more about that. Tell me what the collective needs to know. So somebody is super hooked. Tell me more. Tell me more. Are y'all gonna tell me anything? I don't think these cards want to talk. I don't think these cards want to talk anymore. Somebody's a broke ass. Somebody's got photo proof that somebody's a broke ass, and somebody's moving in silence. Or you move in silence. All right, we're gonna find out more about these two. All right, we're gonna look at this a couple of ways. Somebody's definitely hooked on you, collective. You be shining bright. Maybe you be moving in silence, and it's hard for people to read you. But somebody's a broke ass. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Oh, let's find out what the intentions are of this person. How about we just cut to the whole motherfucking chase, all right? What is the intentions of this person with the peacock behavior? What is the intentions of this person with the peacock behavior? Or you know what? Screech that. We'll come back to that. What do we want to know? Who has the peacock behavior? Who's the peacock? Who is the peacock? The gawk? I don't know. I just heard that. That's a chicken. I remember this was a long time ago. All right. I was early 20s. I was at a friend's house, and they were a couple. Me and my person were there, and the person I was dating at the time. And they were getting into a disagreement, right? They were getting into an argument. There were some drinks involved. It was a little on the low vibe inside type of energy. And this dude looked at his girlfriend and said, "Bagak, chicken fucker." I don't know why he did that, but that's what he just, I don't know if he was trying to, it was hilarious. It ended the argument. Like, we all started laughing because I was like, what the fuck? He just called her a chicken fucker. Anywho, I'm from Kentucky, in case you didn't know. Way super country. We be doing silly stuff here. Not that I'm trying to put any like shame on Kentucky, but like, it was just, anyway, I digress. Let's go. Who is in this peacock behavior? Somebody that you've ended something with, or somebody you would have at a distance. That one wasn't flipped over, so we're not taking it. All right. Tell me more. Who is in this peacock behavior? We're not doing that. Who's in this peacock behavior? Tell me more, tell me more. Like, does he have a car? All right. Somebody who's working on something. Somebody who wants to come back together with you. Okay. Or somebody you work with. I dropped this on the floor. Could be somebody you work with. All right. Somebody's trying to master themselves. Somebody's trying to master themselves. Okay. So this is somebody from the past, probably. Somebody you closed out a cycle with. All right. And I'm picking up a lot of earth energy for some reason. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo here. Doesn't have to be. It's just energy I'm picking up on. Doesn't, necessarily have to be. They're working on something, right? Because you can see through them. They are super hooked on your energy, right? But they know they can't play with you because you see through them. their movement is hella restricted right now. Like, I think it's their physical movement. Like, they can't come to you. And I do believe you guys are at a distance with the world card there. So maybe this person is, you know, you guys live long distance, so they can't get to you. So they're trying to get you to look at them. Look at me online. Look at me here. I'm posting stuff. I'm talking. I'm doing this. Maybe they're reaching out. Maybe, you know, I don't know. They're trying to get your attention somehow. They're trying to get you to see their pretty feathers. They want you to see that they have changed because they have been working on self-mastery. They've been doing the work, putting in the effort, but they are unable to move. Maybe this person's in jail. They could be in jail. They could be in a rehab facility. You know, people go through things, you know. I'm not here to say nothing bad about nobody. Maybe they're just stuck in a contract somewhere else. But I don't think they're actually in a they might be, but I don't know. But they know they have to come at you. Oh, the final breakup. They may be in a contract. I forgot that card was even there. So, they're breaking up with somebody. Tell me more about, hold on. Tell me more about the final breakup. You're going to want proof. That's what this is. You are going to want proof. All right, so this came out on its side. We're going to take it on its side. So they may be breaking up with a Queen of Swords who's not upright, but she's not completely low down, dirty, lying, you know, cutthroat, nasty, emotional, you know, like, says mean things, lies. This person could lie. I don't think they're not the most low vibing person, but they're definitely not you. Okay, they're not you. So we're not gonna say like she's the worst karmic ever and she's like detrimental. I mean, it could be detrimental to this person, but we're not saying like she's, you know, vicious and blah blah blah. She's just a person going through stuff, being a human, having a human experience. You know what I'm saying? And you know, her vibration isn't like super high, but this person sees you, and this is somebody you used to know. For sure, obviously, and they don't want this cycle to be closed out. And they've been doing a lot of work on themselves. Maybe their movement is restricted because of work. Maybe they're working, too, because there is a lot of work cards out here. But I think they're really working on themselves. Tell me more about restricted movement. Okay. Tell me more about restricted movement. Give me one for restricted movement. All right. Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of pentacles here. I really feel a lot of earth energy, lots and lots of earth energy. So this person is busy working. They're moving exceptionally slow. The Knight of Pentacles is super slow. This dude is riding a motherfucking snail. Just barely scooting along. But they're coming towards you with some kind of message, some kind of something. Maybe a trinket. Maybe a token of, you know, of something. They want to give you a gift, possibly. They're coming towards you. They're in the upright. So they're a knight. Oh, that's not a king or an emperor. But they are in the upright. And they've been doing a lot of work on themselves. So this restricted movement, whatever it is, it has them moving exceedingly slow towards you. It is. Whatever this restricted movement is, what's that? They're coming. They're trying to get to smoother waters. They're trying to recover. They could, like I said, they could be in rehab. They could just be recovering from a life because they know that they can't play in your energy. All right, the Knight of Wands hasn't came out, but when we had the Peacock energy, so maybe they're a reformed whore. Maybe, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say that. Like maybe they're a hoe in recovery. You know, but they want your attention. They want you to see them for the work that they're doing, not for their shiny feathers, not for, you know, not for what you see with your physical eye. 2 second chill. I gotta go grab my coffee, okay? They want you to view them differently. But they got this maybe not so shady Queen of Swords on her side. You know, she's not the greatest of person, but she's not the worst either. All right, this person is moving in silence towards you. We have the Star card. They want to heal things. They want connection, union, healing. They're really tapping. They're moving through. They're moving to their healing energy. They're coming over into their healing energy. They might have to cross water to get to you. They may be in another state, another country. You know, whatever it may be. You know, whatever. There is definitely distance, physical distance between the two of you guys. Communication could be sparse, but they're working. They got their heads down. And there's the final breakup. Okay. So, tell me about, and somebody's coming towards you and they are moving in silence. Tell me about broke ass. Tell me about broke ass. Who's broke? I think it's the Queen of Swords is broke. Who's broke? Boop, boop, boop. What is that? Judgment. Alright, so it's judgment. For somebody to be broke. Did you call judgment? Maybe they call judgment on a situation. And it is, you know, it's what's supposed to happen. Somebody's supposed to lose everything. That's what I just heard. This person's losing everything. Your person, the person who's, or maybe not your person, but the person who's interested in you, who's working on self-mastery, they're losing everything. And it is judgment. Because they have to lose everything to get the Ten of Cups. What about this photo evidence? Because this is with the Queen of Swords on the side. Ooh, okay. Photo evidence. There's something hidden with the moon. There's secrets. There's spears. There's illusions. The Queen of Swords, who is on her side, will keep her on her side, is keeping secrets. She's hiding something. Ooh, is she hiding the fact that she's a broke ass? You know what? I'm just going to ask yes or no on that one. Maybe that's, she's hiding the fact that she's a broke ass. Is the Queen of Swords hiding the fact that she's a broke ass? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is the Queen of Swords hiding the fact that she's a broke ass? Yes or no? It's yes and no. We're going to try that again. Is she hiding the fact that she's a broke ass? What's that? Well, we have deception here. We have lying, cheating, stealing, backstabbing. We are hiding stuff. Ooh, we got the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And, she's hiding. She's hiding a third party. She's hiding her lying, cheating, stealing, and deception. There is photo proof of it. Judgment has been called. And she's a broke ass, okay? So, maybe she's not hiding that she's a broke ass. Maybe she's hiding the third party. Because it came out yes and no on the broke ass thing. So, maybe she's not hiding it. Judgment has been called, though, right? And we are at the final breakup. This is the last one. Judgment's called. There's a final breakup between your person, or the person who's seeking you and who's doing, like, working on self-mastery. They're doing the damn work. And the Queen of Swords on her side, which I kind of think she's in the reversey. So this person's been keeping secrets. They are seeing somebody else. They be lying. There's lying, cheating, stealing, a lot of deception, a lot of underhanded stuff. Yeah, there's the breakup. The Four of Wands in reverse. Instability. A final breakup. Divorce. We ain't celebrating no more. Nobody's having a good fucking time. It is not a party over here. They're not having fun. They're not. Friends don't like coming over. It's weird. It's awkward. There's a fucked up tension. In fact, one of the friends is probably the dude that she's hiding, that she's sleeping with. I digress. I have no evidence of that. It's because she's hiding it. She be hiding everything. Moving in silence. I don't know who's breaking up with who here. I don't know if the person who's interested in you is finding out stuff and is breaking up, or if this person's just moving away because she's broke and she wants to go where there's more money. Little does she know, this person up here is working, and they're self-mastery, but there's also quite a few pentacles up there. We got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pentacles up there. So, and this person's bringing you on his way. Like, look, see, he's riding his little horse, getting in his boat, and coming to the star, which is you, collective. You, what we shine bright like a motherfucking diamond, right? And they want to come to them. We pulled this Ten of Cups earlier. We didn't even talk about it. Coming to you. Coming to you, love. They don't want the cycle to close out. Oh, ooh, sorry. Let me cover that up. My bad. Sorry, YouTube. There's the star there. Sorry, she's a half naked lady. I just saw it. All right. So I feel like there's a lot of people moving in a lot of silence here. All right. A lot. This person's being tricky. Your person is, they're trying to get to you. They know they got to come right. They're doing the work. They're trying to work quietly, you know, heal. They're taking their time to heal. And they're taking their time. Well, I mean, they're moving like a snail. But they're healing. The star card's there. They're healing. They're on a journey of recovery. You know, they might be dealing with some depression right now, but they are hooked on your energy. What is this person who is healing and working on self-mastery? What is their intentions for the collective? What's the intentions for the collective? Okay, look, and we got the 10 pin at the bottom of the deck, right? So, I'm going to pull that out. They want it all with you. That's what their intentions are. They want it all with you. But we got the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. But they're a recovering whore. But they are looking for that Two of Cups with you too. Alright? They are. We got the Devil in reverse. They're trying, they're low-key obsessed, I ain't gonna lie. They're trying to put away their hoe tendencies. They're trying to be a better peacock. And yeah, they're trying to do the work, right? But they're struggling and they're healing in the process, right? They had to have somebody treat them how they've been treating people for them to understand it, and it's got them messed up. Career. I'm concentrating on my career and focused on advancing no matter what it takes. This person, we can see with all the pentacles up here, all the pentacles, they're definitely focusing on their money. Their finances are super important. They are trying to self-mastery. I mean, I think, and that their self-mastery may be what they want their career to be. You know, like, it's not just their job. They want to do what they love. They're trying to master themselves. Whatever they're doing, they're definitely growing, and they are focused on it. That's for sure. Tell me more. What are their intent? So they're trying to get better. Vent. I have to get this off my chest. Okay. What is that? They have some bad news. They have some bad news to share. It's probably all this fuckery they got going on. Their whole life is falling apart. They've probably lost everything. They're really stressed because they can't pretend with you. Like, they can't pretend. It's definitely, they have to show up in their authentic skin. Be who they want to be. Or be who they know they can't hide. This collective got them spiritual glasses on. Boop, boop. They put on them magic spiritual glasses. They ain't seeing nothing through no rose-colored glasses. They ain't gonna be fooled, bamboozled. You ain't pulling the wool over not nair, not none, not nan, not one of their eyes. You see them. You know, and here's the thing. You see them, but I think you accept them and love them for everything they are and everything they're not. Everything they lack and everything they have. There's just distance there. They've been restricted for a good reason. I'm sure of it. For a good reason, to keep you safe. Hold on, let's find out about this bad news real quick. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah. Let me grab these cards real quick, yo. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I hope your day is beautiful. I hope you have, you know, time to rest, to clear your mind, to pray, to meditate, to get right with whoever you get right with. I pray that Most High protects you and talks to you. Anyway, I just wish the best for you guys, collective. What is this? They have bad news. They want to vent. Okay. It could be about them losing everything. Why did I say that? There's no inclination here of them losing everything. Why would I say that? Alright, so they may be losing everything because that just came out of the left field. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe dealing with this person, they are losing everything because there is some toxicity here. They are low-key obsessed with you, I ain't gonna lie. With this Two of Cups with you. The Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the 10 pin. They want that. Okay. Fighting for what you love. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. They have some bad news about... about their breakup. This is right over the final breakup. So it has to do... They're breaking up with this person. They want to talk to you about it. They also, they want to vent. And I have a feeling it has to do with losing everything. I don't know why that came to mind. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. None of these cards indicate that. Other than like, here's a house. They might be losing a house because it's upside down. But it's because they want to fight for their love for you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say it's because they love you. They're losing everything because they had to leave. Because this person's cheating on them and they took all their stuff, or, you know, they had to leave because it was the only way out and they had to leave their belongings. They're coming to tell you that everything's gone. And their little heart's broken. You know, maybe it's not broken. I feel like there's some bad energy here because, like, this person definitely was doing some lying, cheating, stealing. Third party's up in the mix. They've lost everything. The third party has drained them and bled them dry, or has mishandled, you know, their funds or their assets. They've been doing this quietly. Oh, third party has done the most. And this might be this person's judgment. I'm not even gonna lie. There's a naked person on there too. I'm gonna cover it up. This person may deserve it. It may be their karma. Maybe, you know, for their Knight of Wands and reverse behavior. You know what I'm saying? Seeking out, you know, attention constantly. Maybe this is what this person, you know, the universe did it. Judgment has been called on the situation. What do we got? Recording announcements, expressing and revealing. They're coming to tell you something. That's for sure. Setting the record straight. They want to tell you something. They want to tell you. They want to set the record straight with you. They want to fight for this love with you. But they've lost everything. The third party, not the third party, their person. I think maybe you might have been the third, you know, is their person. Y'all weren't together, right? Their person had a third party. Like, took all their stuff, like, on the low, like, here, I'm with this person now, like, started spending this person, the person who's in love with you, took their money, started spending it with somebody else, moved somebody else into their house while they were gone, possibly. Maybe they were gone working. Maybe this person works out of town. I do see travel a lot. Maybe they're in jail. Maybe whatever. And their person's like, oh, well, you leave me alone all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to hook up with somebody else because there's definitely that. I'm going to tear our house apart. I'm going to take your money. So this person's been got. And you know, karma, not karma. I don't know. It's not for me to say. But this person's been working on themselves. Yeah, a situation is about to explode. Shit's about to pop off into flames. So they want to set the record straight. They're coming to talk. There's definitely, we got venting. Setting the record straight, venting, announcement, expressing, revealing. And they got some bad news. Shit's about to pop off. They're about to tell you something about what's been going on in their life. Destroyed, shattered, broken, and fucked up. Yeah, it's all falling apart. And it all falls down. I don't even know if that's the words. Anywho, so, Forewarned Collective, somebody you could have had some kind of interaction with, who's low-key obsessed with you, is coming to let you know that everything's falling apart. Their person destroyed everything, took everything from them, but they've been wanting to be with you. Like, they've been working on themselves. So this looks like the universe is just aligning things. Looks like you've probably been doing the work, right? Because there's not a lot in here about you, right? This reading isn't even about you, right? You're just living your life being collective. You're all Snow White, like, la la la. You got birds coming and sitting on your finger. You know, you're out there hugging deer and shit. I don't know what you'd be doing. But it seems like you are unbothered, unfazed, and untouched by any of this, right? Because this is not about you. This is about what's going on in somebody's life who is interested in you, or who's coming to talk to you. Low-key obsessed. They want to close the gap. They've been doing work on themselves, self-mastery. So they've been doing not just a lot of work. Diving deep, pulling back the layers, getting to know themselves, becoming self-aware. This eclipse season has been huge, or maybe it's been going on since before this eclipse season. I feel like you met this person and you triggered something. A chain of events started happening when you met this person, collective, right? Like everything in their life. Because Two of Cups, I feel like maybe, I'm not saying it's your person, but I feel like you guys are supposed to align in some way, shape, or form, obviously. Because you guys met and everything in their life has silently been falling apart. They've been restricted in movement somehow. Stuck at a dead-end job, jail, rehab, whatever. I don't know. Stuck in a house or something. I don't think so, because they've been away from this person. They've been